AITA, for telling my wife my mother is correct and that she fucked up being a parent today. This week, the world stopped for my middle school age daughter. She lost a classmate, a friend, and as anyone remembers, that first brush with mortality is a shattering experience. She has been a shell of herself, navigating a level of grief she isn't equipped to handle. The school excused the entire class for the funeral today. I desperately wanted to be there to hold her hand, but my PTO was denied. In this economy, with me being the sole breadwinner, I couldn't risk the job. I had to fly out Wednesday night for a mandatory trip, leaving my daughter's emotional well-being in my wife's hands. My wife is currently unemployed, so the plan was simple. She would take our daughter to the funeral mass and the graveside service. However, there's a complication. My wife is spiritual to an extreme degree. She has an intense, almost phobic aversion to anything involving death, funerals, viewings, even cemeteries. She genuinely believes in hauntings and spirits, and she avoids these places like the plague. Knowing this, we sat down on Wednesday. I asked her if she could handle it for our daughter's sake. She looked me in the eye and promised she would be there. No viewing, just a mass. She said she'd do it. While waiting at the airport to head home, my phone exploded. It was my daughter. She was hysterical, sobbing so hard she could barely breathe. She told me she was sitting on the porch because Mom was refusing to take her. I called my wife repeatedly. When she finally answered, her voice was small and trembling. She told me she just couldn't do it. She was too scared. She was choosing her fear of ghosts over her daughter's need for closure and support. Livid and desperate, I called my mother. My mom dropped everything, left work immediately, and raced over to pick up my daughter. They made it to the service just in time. An hour later, my wife called me in a fit of tears. Apparently, when my mom arrived to pick up our daughter, she didn't hold back. She tore her a new one, calling her a pathetic parent and telling her it was fucked up that she would abandon her child in a moment of grief over a superstition. My wife demanded that I call my mother and force her to apologize for the verbal abuse. I didn't. Instead, I let the silence hang on the line before telling her the cold truth. My mother is right. I told her straight, you had one job today, to be a parent. Our daughter needed you to be the adult, and you fucked it up. You let your fear of the dead matter more than your living child. That set off a nuclear argument. She's calling me a huge dick and an insensitive partner. She's now blowing up my mother's phone with angry texts. I've already instructed my mom to keep my daughter away from the drama and watch her for the rest of the day so she can grieve in peace. I'm currently sitting at the gate, vibrating with a mix of exhaustion and rage. I feel like my wife abandoned our kid when she was at her lowest. So, AITA for backing my mother and telling my wife she failed as a parent today? The daughter is grieving, the wife is crying, and the mother-in-law is on the warpath. A total family disaster. Was he the jerk for siding with his mom and telling his wife she failed? Or was that the wake-up call she needed? Hit that like button if you think he did the right thing, and subscribe for more such AITA and family drama stories.